scared me. Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Nisha and this is my channel where I show you tips and tricks on living a more compassionate life. I don't remember what else I say. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make tahini crusted tofu. If you don't have tahini, you don't like tahini, you're allergic to sesame seeds, you can let me know in the comments. It helps me out when you comment. I also have another alternative recipe for this on my Instagram highlights. My Instagram highlights are where my recipes are just like, that's their baby stages, that's where they form. I formulated this delicious buttery faux breaded tahini crusted tofu. I think it's so good. I think you guys will love it. Doesn't take too many ingredients and doesn't take too much brain power. Now I will be using Cheryl. If you guys don't know who Cheryl is, she's my air fryer. She's a mini, she's tiny. I love it so much. I just got it, I'm obsessed with it. I put everything in there. Yes, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. I'm editing this right now and this isn't sponsored. Just want to throw that out there. I will link this one below. It is tiny. If you are more than 2 people, you might need a bigger one. But yeah! Now, if you're thinking, Nisha, I don't have an air fryer. Nisha, this is not fair. I don't want to buy a plant. Can you calm down? You can do this in the oven. I got you. I love you. I'm here for you. Oven recipe is in the description. Now let's get started. First thing I'm going to start off with is this medium firm tofu. This is the kind of tofu I like. It's delicious. The water in it is like the right amount to get that like creamy but firm kind of texture that I like. I also just halved a block of tofu and I patted it dry with a paper towel, which a kitchen towel, whatever you got. And then I took it and I halved it. Then I cut it in half and then into these little cube like pieces. And that will be our tofu nuggets. The first thing we're gonna do is flavor the inside of the tofu. Now I'm gonna put this in a little bowl, a separate bowl than where I'm gonna put my tahini and crusty, delicious flavored mixture that goes on the outside. Plop our little cubes on in, just like that. Then I'm going to take a tablespoon of tamari and we're just going to drizzle it on top evenly, just because I don't really want to toss the nuggets too viciously so that they break apart before we get the breading on there. So I'm just gonna let them be evenly covered. So I'm gonna go in, drizzle it evenly, and then I'm just gonna take these and I'm gonna let them vibe out on the side for a second, okay? This is where you would prepare your other ingredients for your other parts of the dinner. I'm doing collard greens and roasted potatoes. If you don't know how to make those, DM me, we can have a chat. Then I'm going to spoon them into a separate bowl so that they don't break apart, but it also doesn't carry a bunch of this tamari liquid in there. I just want to kind of flavor the tofu without flavoring the breading. So the inside has a bite and has dimension and has a different flavor than the outside. That is what makes something interesting to eat, is having like layers of flavor. So you're like, ooh, I taste this delicious, fatty, tamari, garlicky, creamy, breaded, crunchy outside, but then you're like, wait, there's more salty, savory, delicious tamari on the inside. We are not ready for this! Something else I like to do to mix tofu if you feel like they're not vibing out like evenly, if you feel like they're not marinating evenly, is you can take a plate or a lid, put it over the sink and kind of roll it around. Put it over the sink, don't spill on yourself or your cute little jumpsuit, you know? I can only speak from my experience.
A few moments later.
They will look like this when they're ready to be breaded. Okay, as I was saying before, now I'm going to spoon them into the bowl where we're gonna bread it. So I'm just taking a spoonful, putting into the bowl. Next, we add the tamari. I really like this Sprouts version. My friend Alexa really likes this version. I'll link that down below in case you can't find near you or a good one near you, or maybe you're like me and you thought you hated tamari for, I don't know, a million years of your life, and then you just discovered last week that it might be your favorite condiment. So we're going to take 2 tablespoons of tamari using the same drizzling technique. We're going to drizzle it over evenly. Right, we're taking 2 tablespoons. So good. Did you guys know that you're in my sink? Next, I'm gonna take some nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is excellent. Nutritional yeast is a fun, cheesy, take that with a grain of salt. It's like a tangy, savory substitute for cheese, like a lot of people use it for. I'm taking some nutritional yeast because tofu likes to be treated gently so you can keep it in a nice form. I'm gonna try to get this nutritional yeast, which will act as the breading, evenly distributed. I like using nutritional yeast to bread. A lot of my recipes are like this just because I really love the flavor. My buffalo chickpeas, a lot of my other breaded things, the tandoori cauliflower that I make is also breaded with nutritional yeast. Unlike flour and cornstarch, it adds a flavor that I just love. But if you don't like nutritional yeast, you can use flour. All right, now I'm going to gently mix everything up with a spoon, gently with a nice scooping and lifting and turning motion. Bloop, 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 bloop. Like this. When you mix everything together and it starts to roughly look like this, you can see each piece has a little bit of coating. It's okay if there's some tofu peeking through. It just needs to have some parts of the tofu with that chunky, delicious coating. Then we can add our spices. Spices in this are pretty simple. We're just gonna do a little pinchy pinch. A pinch is 2 fingers. If you didn't know that, now you do. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna do, just because there already is tamari, I'm just doing 1 tiny pinch just to flavor the breading of the outside. It's already salty enough. Now I'm gonna do a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder distributed in the same evenly dispersing way. Now I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. I just spilled some in there, oopsies. I'm gonna try to take some out. That's fine, that's great. I'm gonna do like 3 cracks of fresh black pepper. You can do less if you don't want it too spicy. And I would set it, if you have control over how coarse it is, I would set it to a medium to fine coarseness. And then I'm just gonna take it and do the same scooping mixture and mix. And it's okay if it breaks apart in this process. That happens, especially with the stickiness of the mixture. Now, if you get a lot on your spoon, take it out, like push it out with your finger, like it's some cookie dough. Put it back on top and keep mixing. Now you're gonna wanna mix until each piece of tofu has a little bit of that tahini on it. Okay, I'm gonna take the compartment of my air fryer again. The oven instructions are down below. And I'm just going to dump everything straight from the bowl into the air fryer. Have fun, my friends. And I'm gonna stick them in the air fryer at 400 for 8 minutes, take them out, toss them around, and stick them in again for another 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, okay. And then you can just tell your air fryer how much you love it, give it words of affirmation. Maybe it'll tell you them back. Bye. Hi, welcome back. The first 8 minutes have done. Now that is what it should look after the first pass. Is that not really sexual? Probably just to me. I'm going to take them and toss them back into the bowl. I just feel like shaking them up rattles them around a little too much and then the breading comes off. So I'm just gonna dump them back in here. Now I'm gonna dump them back in. It's very scientific, you know. Listen, you don't have to be a chef to cook. I'm gonna put them back in at 400 for 8 minutes. See you on the other side, my friend. Hi, welcome back. Done. You'll know they're done when they have reached this beautiful golden brown color and they're just begging to be eaten. Where do I put them? I'm just gonna dump these in a little bowl and I'll cut one open so you can see the beautiful cross section. Ah, whoa, something out of an oven is hot, mind blown. All right, can you see this? That looks so creepy. So this is what it should look like. Nice golden brown, delicious crusty. And then here is a cross section. So you get the crispy, delicious outside and the buttery, soft, flaky, flavorful tofu inside. Are we ready to try one? I am. I love these because the outside is almost like nutty, buttery, crunchy, crusty. It doesn't taste like a Chick-fil-A nugget. I have a different recipe for that, but it definitely has that crumbly, breaded texture that a Chick-fil-A nugget has. And the air fryer, because it like circulates heated air, it gets all of the edges so evenly crisp. It's really just hits that like salty, nutty sesame seed tahini flavor with the paprika and the garlic playing on the outside, and then like as you chew you get this like buttery combining with the tamari, salty, savory. It is one of the favorite things to make for dinner in this house. We made some greens and we're making some potatoes and it's gonna be so delicious, and this is what it'll look like afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed that recipe. It is one of far my favorite tofu recipes. It just... Sorry, I'm a Virgo. Let me know if this inspires you to make it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. Do you think you're gonna make this? Do you like tofu? Do you not? Why not? Do you think it's maybe you and not the tofu's fault? Or maybe you're allergic to soy? I love you guys so, so much. Please be sure to check out my Instagram for a non-tahini version of this. I have tons of recipes on my Instagram, so please check out my highlights. I will link everything I talked about in the video down below, and I'll see you very soon in a new video. Bye!